The Princess and the Hidden Grove. In the kingdom of Silverdell, Princess Elara was not like the other royals. While the princes practiced swordplay and the princesses attended endless tea parties, Elara was busy in her workshop. She didn't want silk ribbons or golden spoons. She wanted magnifying glasses and jars for collecting curious beetles. Her room was filled with sketches of leaves and the humming sounds of her science experiments. The heart of Silverdell was the great heart bloom, a magical flower that kept the kingdom warm and bright. But lately, the heart bloom was drooping. Its petals, once a glowing crimson, were turning a sickly gray. As the flower wilted, a bitter chill began to creep over the land. Elara watched the royal gardeners scrub the flower's silver pedestal with soap, but she knew something was wrong. "It's too clean," she whispered. Elara decided she had to find the answer. She packed a sturdy leather bag with her notebook, a trowel, and a heavy cloak. While the rest of the palace huddled by the fireplaces, Elara slipped out of the side gate. She headed toward the Whispering Woods, a place the legend said was too wild and messy for any civilized person to visit. The Whispering Woods were loud and chaotic. Thorns snagged her cloak, and mud squelched under her boots. Everything was covered in moss, decaying logs, and tangled vines. Elara didn't mind the mess. She was too busy looking at the incredible life under every rock. This isn't a scary place, she realized. It's a busy one. Suddenly, the ground began to rumble. A pile of boulders shifted and rose, revealing a giant face made of granite and lichen. It was Grog, a stone troll. He was as big as a cottage and smelled like rain on hot rocks. Elara didn't run. Instead, she looked at the ferns growing out of his ears. "Hello," she said bravely. "Do you know where the wild heart blooms grow?" Grog let out a laugh that sounded like a rock slide. "The heart blooms? They love the hidden grove," he rumbled. He pointed a massive stone finger toward a hollow beneath a canopy of ancient oaks. "But it is a messy place, little human. Not like your shiny stone boxes in the city. Are you sure you want to go there?" Inside the hidden grove, Elara gasped. Wild heart blooms were everywhere. They weren't in silver pots or behind glass. They grew straight out of the dark, damp earth. They were surrounded by rotting leaves, buzzing bees, and crawling worms. These flowers were twice as large and 10 times as bright as the one in the palace. Elara realized the palace heartbloom was lonely and starving. It needed the cycle of nature to survive. Grog walked over and handed her a heavy clump of forest soil and a small, sleeping queen bee tucked into a hollow reed. "Take the secret home," Grog said. "Nature isn't meant to be tidy." Elara rushed back to the palace. She ignored the gasps of the courtiers as she tracked mud through the halls. She reached the wilting heart bloom, smashed the glass case, and dumped the rich forest soil onto the silver pedestal. She opened the windows to let in the fresh, biting air and released the queen bee from its reed. Within minutes, the heart bloom began to glow. Its petals turned from gray to a brilliant, pulsing red. The bees began to buzz, and the warmth returned to Silverdell. The palace wasn't as quiet or as clean as it used to be, but Elara didn't care. She sat in the dirt of her new palace garden, knowing that the most beautiful things in the world are often a little bit messy.